Now I understand that SBCs are definitely waiting for footies, but we have got the littlest amount of SBCs. I think we could have gone back to week 1 of FC25 and we probably had more players out in that first week than we do right now. Now, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing, because if you do look across the menu of FC25, there's a lot more SBCs out than we can kind of go for. And to be honest, they've kind of screwed up SBCs in general. We've got the 84 times 10 available, we've got the 87 player picks, obviously the squad shifters, the exchange is basically another word for it, plus then all of the upgrades in general, from team of the season packs to shapeshifters and team of the season packs. We have got a lot of other SBCs out, but it does seem that we are getting more evolutions at the moment than we are SBCs, which again is not a bad problem. When you look across the board with a lot of these, there's going to be a few that are just going to be specific playstyle pluses or roles, whereas SBCs are definitely crafted a little bit more, I'd like to say gracefully, but to be honest, they've been absolutely woeful. Other than maybe the upgradable cards, there's not really been anybody that's kind of took my fancy. We've got 3 icons currently, we've got a set of showdowns, 3 shapeshifters, and the rest are Path to Glory. Now, I get the Path to Glory. We're in the Women's Euros going through the stages now and seeing where the cards can go to. And if we do look at, for instance, the first one on the list in Charles, we have got her as a 95. Now, if you do go across to Footbin, you can see that the tracker, we have got multiple upgrades. So she's 95 at the moment. With if they manage to get 3 goals in the group stage, +1 overall, takes us to 96. Fantastic. If then we qualify for the Euros, we get a 5-star skill move or weak foot, depending on if you've got one or the other. I want to say it might be both, but it could just be one of them. We also then get an alternative position with all roles. So for instance, for her specifically, we've got her as a left back, a right back, and a left mid. They could chuck in a cam, they could chuck in right wing, and you'll get all of the role pluses in that. I like it. You then obviously have got the semi-finals. You get an extra playstyle plus. For her, that'll mean she'll get 5. Fantastic. Obviously, getting to the finals, we get another overall, taking it to 97. And then finally, if we do get the actual win, whoever it is, if it's England, France, whoever is else in there, you know what I mean, I don't need to run through nations, you'll get the 99 overall, as well as all of the other upgrades and icon chemistry. So these, to be honest, are going to be worth it in general, because there's going to be potentially one that is going to win it. Now, is it one that's in one of the SBCs? I don't know. We've had France already. So if you've obviously missed out on any of them, obviously we've got Sweden, we've got Germany, we've got England. We did have France with Mallard. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. I want to say, did we have, if I go to the expired, did we have, is this going to, okay, there we go. We had Mallard, and that is it. So we've only missed out on France. So potentially France could win it. They should obviously get 99 if you've obviously missed out on this upgrade in itself. So I personally would go with the 3 women. To be honest, it doesn't even matter what position they are in. I would say they are must complete, just for the fact that they could be 99. It's just one of them things. If you're going to have another 99 card, this is the only way that you potentially could get them. Now, there is a possibility that during footies we have some sort of year in review pick, which allows you to get these players again as such, but I don't know whether they're going to do that anytime soon. That'd probably be at the end of the game. I'd rather have it that you could potentially get them on that same kind of day, because we've got 73k, 80k, 200k. at this point in the game, coins are just irrelevant. Like, yes, you can warrant if Eze is worth the 300 or not, but realistically, you can grind out a lot of this for absolutely nothing most of the time. So that's already going to be a big benefit with any of these SBCs. You just have to see, are they worth what you need in your club? Are you a Man City fan? I guarantee Gundogan's on your list. Eze, another fantastic card, most definitely. Now, is he the best left wing you can physically get? No, of course he's not. But he most definitely puts himself in a very good category as a 96 with the quadruple. Yes, he's got the rapid technical I'm not a massive fan of, but he's got the finesse, he's got the low driven, he can play left wing, right wing and striker, roll plus on everything, 5-5. That is a fantastic card, especially being the kind of English new... I mean, is he new up and coming? He's kind of been doing bits for years, but it seems like he's getting into the spotlight a little bit more now. I don't know if he has moved, or I believe he is looking to move, so I actually don't know if it's confirmed or not. But realistically, we could see him in a top flight team at some point. So it's going to be an interesting one nonetheless. I do think he's most definitely worth every penny that you put in. Now, I would say he's probably out of what we've got, because realistically we haven't got much. Out of what we've got, he probably is a must complete. I do think he is a solid card. Then obviously we look at the likes of Araujo, one of the newer ones coming in from centre back to CDM. And it's another thing with these shapeshifters, and this is why I'm kind of glad to get out of them, is you've got to then weigh up the option. Is this Araujo better than the 91? Say if we'll have a look at the evolution, but say is this 96 better in a CDM centre mid or cam than, for instance, your 91 that can go to 95, regardless, think of all the evolutions. Say you get a 95, 96 centre-back version of himself. Now, that's where you've got to weigh up the option. Now, both of them are cheap, so you could get both. I mean, it doesn't make no difference whatsoever. It is just a shapeshifter for him, so it's 140,000. It's decent value to say the least. I personally do prefer him in in centre-back, but I can kind of get on board with what people would be saying. I'm personally going to go in decent value for him. I think centre-back is better for him, but he's a great card nonetheless. You'd still put him in that CDM holding role that would just basically be another centre-back anyway. When it comes to Gundogan, I'm not the biggest fan of him being a striker personally. I think he's missing some key kind of faults here. You've obviously got him with the pinged pass, the technical, the first touch and the low driven. Now, as a striker cam, so you've got to remember he can play the cam as well. I think cam would be better for him, because I do think as striker goes, I'd need a quick step for him at the absolute minimum. His build isn't built for being a striker. Finesse would have been lovely over the pinged pass, hence why I would possibly bring him back into more of a cam role, more than putting him as a striker in my opinion. So that's always an interesting one. So I think he'd be... As a Man City tax, I'd go okay value to maybe missing out. But realistically, what we're talking, 87,000. It's not that great big of a deal. So I'd go with decent at the minimum. Like, he's going okay at the minimum, really. We do have then the two showdowns going into this. Obviously, both coming in with 95. Now, both of them are absolutely cheap as chips. Unfortunately, they both don't go to 99 because obviously they're not a path to glory. So realistically, they are both going to be fodder options at the absolute minimum. Unless you are building a Euros team around the different nations, they're just not going to, unfortunately. So they, unfortunately, to themselves would both be very big fodder options for that 20 and 30k. They're worth doing, to say the least. Like, they are in the must complete, because value-wise, you're not going to get much better than that. But I would think there's not going to be many people that are putting Cersei as the striker over an Mbappe or anybody like that. And same with the right back, with the new Carl Walker evolutions, with obviously Thuram and all of them. They're just not going to be beaten by any showdowns that are not going to go at least to that 99 at the minimum. And then we have icons. Icons are always interesting because normally they are very expensive, and these are not. We have Van Nistelrooy, we have Baresi, and we also have Baggio. Now, I just think they could have been better, and more than likely what we're getting at the moment, and this is the thin on the ground estimate right now, is that we are waiting for footies. We are waiting for the big pop where everything just goes off, because we know footies at least is a semi-decent promo. Like, it's a fun promo. You can grind the game as much as you want. You can get pretty much anybody you want, and it's fun along them sort of lines. Now, Van Nistelrooy is a centre-back. I get it. if it weren't Team 4 and this was Team 1, I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's decent. It's something different. Obviously, we've got a striker that goes centre back. We're on Team 4. It's just not needed anymore. Berezi's not a great cam. Baggio is the arguable one here. I think Van Nistelrooy without the anticipate is just... Nah, I really wouldn't. Personally, for me, I think Van Nistelrooy and Baresi are just not it at this point. I'd rather Evo their other versions, keep Baresi as a centre-back, keep Van Nistelrooy as a striker, and it'll work out better. When we do look at Baggio, bit better of a card. Like, obviously, he's going from a cam to a right wing / striker. It's not that great of a deal of kind of a difference, to be honest. Now, we're getting the finesse, the technical, the first touch, and also the trickster. 95, so there's a potential of an Evo at some point in the near future with a 5th playstyle plus. Could throw a quick step on him, and I think he's okay. Now, I definitely don't think he's a must complete. I'd personally go okay at the absolute maximum. I don't think he's anywhere near that decent value, in my opinion. He's just an okay one, and that's with a stipulation of putting another evolution on him, another playstyle plus that does give him that quick step plus more so than anything. So they're going to be the SBCs. If I can get this going down, it would be beautiful. That's going to be what we've got for today. Leave it down below. Footies will hopefully come this Friday, and we should get plenty of content that should be absolutely average. Peace!